Good afternoon, everybody. It is meteorologist Age Weather Forecast back with the weather forecast, guys. So this is going to be a video on the potential for tropical development in parts of the Gulf of Mexico. This is going to be the video that I was talking about earlier. That's going to be a bit different. Oh, sorry, guys. So we actually do have a very high chance. It's up to a 60% chance for development in the next 60 days, and actually 60% chance in the next 2 days. So, guys, it is going to be bring flooding rain for not only the Mexico area but also to the United States, and we can actually possibly have some intensification in the next couple of days too. Wouldn't be surprised if this goes up just a little bit, guys, but it's going to be a big problem. So we can see the 60 development right here in this area in the circle. So we can, guys, so what we can have, it's not to stress about yet, but we can either go into the inland area of Mexico, or it can just go up into the north and possibly take a turn into parts of the Louisiana, Texas area. If it does take a turn without going to inland, that could turn into a tropical storm. But it's or a lot of models are showing it going into the inland areas of Mexico, which again, going in the land will start to make it slow down a bit, and then if it is showing it come back out into the Gulf and hitting Texas and Louisiana. So it can either go inland and then come back and hit Texas, either go straight up into the inland areas or possibly just go inland. But again, guys, a lot of models are showing it to go inland in Mexico and then potentially come back out right before hitting Texas. But again, guys, there's some level of stress about this. But again, guys, not going to see any hurricane force winds, not even a hurricane whatsoever. So not to worry about a hurricane, and very low chance for having tropical storm, as these winds will be below 50 miles per hour wind. But again, guys, we do have a 60% chance for the next 2 days and 5 days. So this is what we're having now, and it just went up a couple hours ago too. Alright, guys, so we're going to be taking a look at the radar, what we're going to see. So we're going to have, or not the radar, just the what we're going to see in this. So this is the area we need to watch out for. It is looking quite it's going to get a bit stronger as like we were seeing these going up. It's going to head into the area of Mexico again, guys. This is something really to watch out for, and it's not too out of the normal again, guys, but this is something we might have to watch out for. The brightness temperature, it's just looking like it's gonna start slowing down just a bit, and then it's looking like it's gonna get a bit stronger as we go on later into today and possibly tomorrow. So you do see it slows down a bit right here. But again, guys, it has time to intensify, and then it can hit. It's already bringing in flooding areas into the Mexico area, and it can bring a lot more and more as we go into the next couple hours. So we're going to be checking out what we see, what the model tracks have. So again, we're going to see all the model tracks come in here. So again, this is where we had a 60% chance of development. So a lot of models are showing it going to the inland areas into the Mexico area. And then again, around 3 or 4 models, around 3 models are showing it going inland and then going into the Texas area and possibly affecting the United States. But one model is a TARD. This is the one that could really stand out right here, as it goes inland into the Mexico area and then coming out into the Gulf of Mexico right here, which gives it time to maybe have some stronger winds and get up some more energy, and that can really hit the Houston area quite hard if this is possible. But again, once it goes inland, it can start to slow down a bit, which is good if it does go inland in Mexico, it doesn't come out. But a lot of models are showing it going inland whatsoever. And either way, if it's not going inland to Mexico area, it can bring flooding rain either way. And even though it could take a rare northeast turn and possibly affect many of the areas in the coastal areas, which would be quite dangerous as it has all this warm temperatures to warm up there. But again, guys, it's just we have to wait for as it gets closer and closer. But the areas that could get affected in the United States could be the Texas and Louisiana area. Can't mark Louisiana out, and possibly even affect Mississippi with a lot of rain. And then some models actually show it stopping or ending in the Mexico area, but that is very rare. Only around 2 models show that. The TABS is one of those areas, and the AVN2 just shows it stopping right here as it goes into the central part of Mexico, but something that we really need to watch out for there. So now we're going to be checking out the CMC for the wind, if we can see any strong winds there coming up with the storm. So this is a low pressure system right here, 1,008 millibars, quite low, as again not going to have tropical storm winds here. But this, we can still have quite some winds though. Not going to be tropical storm or hurricane, but we can still have some strong winds. We can actually get up to 25 miles per hour in some areas. And then again, guys, it's also not only going to be in the Mexico area, but it's going to go into the United States. So if we go on later, it can bring the low pressure system is just not, it's on the coast obviously, but it's so close to the coast. It's going to bring some coastal issues there, possible large waves. It's going to start bringing up to 7 to 25 miles per hour wind into the Corpus Christi area. And it's not just going to affect the coastal areas, it can bring some heavy wind into the areas of the plains. We're going to have some very strong winds down to the central part of the Gulf of Mexico, up to 34 miles per hour wind there. But as we go later on, it could bring some very strong winds, as it's going to take off into bring in some light winds into the Houston area. This is the area in the coastal area of Louisiana where we can actually see some issues there, up to 36 miles per hour wind just right here off this coast. Can affect New Orleans there, and that low pressure is going to get to 1,001 millibars. So guys, it's going to be something we really need to watch out for. Some small little trees can fall down, and that low pressure is going to go up into the inland areas and bring some more wind there, possibly some air issues in the south central part of Georgia. It can be a repeat of Irma, except Irma went up this way. Let me show you guys. Irma went up this way. But, guys, it's going to bring in some inland issues with wind, though. So, that's what we need to watch out for. And then it can go off. And just, again, guys, not really need to stress out for these winds or anything. It's just something we really need to watch out for. So, guys, we're going to be checking out the CMC now. This is a more detailed radar. And this is the one that's really, the model is really going out there, really showing the things we need to look out for. So in the next couple hours, we can really see all the precip going on. You can really see so much precip coming in this peninsula area and the port area. So again, guys, quite some moisture that's really gonna just stress out a little bit. As we go on later on, we're going to have that low pressure with 1,009 millibars, and you can see that precip moving up into the north, and then that precip starting to go into the inland areas, which shows that it's going inland into the Mexico area. And oops, did not mean that. And then you can see you can see the heavy rain going into the Texas area, in that heavy area just off the coast there, the Corpus Christi area. And then you can see it's really going to get up in there. It's just going to be off the coast right here, so very close to the ocean. It can actually, if it just moves a couple miles to the east, it can get into these warm waters, which can cause some very, very issues that can actually potentially maybe turn it into a tropical storm. You can really see the eye wall coming to the inland areas off the Houston area. You can really see that right here. We can very, very strong rain there. I'm going to push some very strong winds possible into the Jackson, Mississippi area. And then it's again not going to stop, guys. It's going to go even more inland, possibly, potentially bringing some flooding rains there with the low pressure about 1,001 millibars. Very heavy rain to the Jackson, Mississippi area. Going to bring some heavy rain inland to the southeast. And it's going to keep on going up into a north track. So what it looks like, guys, based on the CMC, it's going to go like this into the inland areas, come off the coast, and then come up like this. That's kind of look like what's going to happen there. But and then and then it can bring some heavy rain into the inland areas for the next couple hours there, and then potentially bring some severe threats. So we're going to be checking out what the CMC has for the rain. So the area that's really going to have the rain is going to be off these coastal areas into the Mexico area. We can actually see a max of around 1 feet there. It's going to be off this area into the western part, actually into the Pacific area. But this is what we're looking at here. We can have actually up to 5 to 6 inches there in parts of the southern part of Mexico. And you're just gonna see a pattern. It's gonna be going up here. Not gonna have any west of right here. So nothing to worry about if it goes into the Florida and the Panhandle. Nothing to worry about there. It's gonna have a pattern that's gonna have it turn to like a northeast turn. But it's gonna bring up some potential flooding issues there into parts of the Mexico area in the Central America. Oops, did not mean to go there. Alright, so now we're gonna be taking out the CMC, potentially bringing some heavy rain to parts of the United States. So it's going to be in this general area that's really going to have the worst of it right here. We have a maximum of 13 inches, which is going to be just north of me. Actually, it's not, guys, again, if you're inland thinking it's not going to affect me, it's more of a water because it's a tropical system. Well, guys, it's still going to affect the inland areas. Northern Georgia can actually get up to 13 inches there, and so can the Carolina area get up to 5 inches. And then this is the areas that the central part of Louisiana can actually get up to 7 inches, where they're going to get that potential very heavy rain possible. And then these right on the coastal areas, just a couple miles south of the Houston area, can really get some up to 5 to 6 inches of rain. On the Corpus Christi area, you're really going to be on the edge right here, where you can maybe possibly get even just a couple less than 3 inches. You're right on the edge there, but just something you need to watch out for. Now we're going to be taking a quick look at the GFS, guys. GFS is, I'm just going to say it before ahead of time, the GFS isn't really showing anything whatsoever like the CMC. It's going to show the precip in the area in the Gulf of Mexico and the parts of the inland in Mexico, but it's not really showing the eye wall going into the Texas area or anything. It's showing just that precip, not really anything, just looking like some regular precip coming in that area affecting the southern part of Texas. And it's looking like it's not going to be that bad, honestly. Not even looking like it's going to go into the inland areas whatsoever. So, guys, it's just looking like the CMC is and the GFS are kind of having the opposite right now. But again, guys, the GFS is still showing some precip coming in up into the northern turn. You can see that precip is coming in from the area, and it's showing that precip. Hold on, showing that precip going into the Mexico area and potentially affecting the Texas area there. But it's not looking like it's gonna have that eye wall in the Louisiana area. So we're just gonna be taking a quick look at, or beware of this, guys. It has a lot of colors, so just be careful with your eyes or anything if you're sensitive to these colors. But this is the GFS model here, what we're looking at with the precip up to a maximum of 77 inches there, guys, but that's off the coast. But we can actually see up to 2 feet of rain in areas in the southern tip of Mexico, guys. Up to 2 feet of rain. And then showing that even the south central part of Mexico, that's how it's going to affect when it goes up into the coastal areas. That's how it can affect the inland areas, possibly bringing in a lot of rain there. But guys, look, not even showing any rain whatsoever, or showing a couple inches there in the Texas area. Only showing up to 2 inches in these Texas areas, not really seeing a lot of precip in the northern part of Mexico. So it's looking like it's going to be the worst of it. It's going to be right here. So guys, it's going to be just watch down the Mexico area. Either way, Mexico can have the flooding issues. The GFS is not showing whatsoever a lot of rain to the south of the southern part of the country of the United States. And then we're quickly going to be looking at the whole United States there. Honestly, guys, this whole area, that's all this rain. That's not even from the system. It's just all the rain that's been going on in the United States, and that's going to happen in the next couple of days. So, honestly, it's looking like the CMC has really showing the worst of it right here for the United States and Mexico. And then the GFS really just showing Mexico just flooding. Alright, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys prepare for this, because it does have a 60% chance. And you don't really have to prepare for the winds, honestly. You can prepare for the rain if you're in these areas. Not just focus on the bad, look in the other areas too, not just one side. You just gotta put this all together and just your decision. Again, guys, this is not super close, but it's not super far. So, guys, just gotta keep a close eye. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and see you guys next time.